Are you kidding me right now? After months of WWE shoving Roman Reigns down our throats, after years of watching the Bloodline dominate and control everything on SmackDown, we finally get a moment that reminds us why we fell in love with professional wrestling in the first place, and I guarantee you that WWE is going to find a way to ruin it. What we witnessed backstage on SmackDown just 3 minutes ago between Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn wasn't just a heartfelt moment, it was a masterclass in storytelling, a reminder of what wrestling should be, and quite possibly the setup for either the greatest tag team run in modern WWE history or the most heartbreaking betrayal we've seen since Seth Rollins destroyed the Shield. Drop a comment right now and tell me, do you think this Cody and Sami moment is genuine, or is WWE setting us up for another soul-crushing storyline where one of them turns on the other? Because I need to know if I'm the only one who's got trust issues after everything this company has put us through. Let me set the scene for anyone who hasn't seen the footage yet, and if you haven't, what are you even doing right now? Go watch it, then come back, because this is the kind of content that transcends wrestling. Cody Rhodes, the undisputed WWE champion, the man who finished his story at WrestleMania 40, is sitting alone in the locker room. The camera catches him in a rare vulnerable moment, ice pack on his shoulder, championship belt beside him, and you can see the weight of being champion written all across his face. Then Sami Zayn walks in. Not the over-the-top, comedic Sami we sometimes see. Not the fired-up underdog cutting a passionate promo. This is real Sami Zayn. The man who clawed his way from the independent scene, who fought through years of being told he wasn't WWE material, who finally broke through and captured his WrestleMania moment. He sits down next to Cody without saying a word, and for almost 15 seconds, which feels like an eternity in wrestling, they just sit there in silence. Quick question for the comments, how long do you think that silence actually lasted? Some are saying 15 seconds, others are saying it was closer to 20. Time it if you rewatch. Then Sami speaks, and what he says is so simple yet so profound that it cuts through all the noise, all the drama, all the corporate nonsense that usually dominates WWE programming. He says, "Some days the weight of that title feels heavier than the gold itself, doesn't it?" Cody doesn't respond immediately. He just looks at Sami with this expression that says everything without saying anything. It's the look of a man who's carried the pressure of not just being champion, but being the guy in WWE, the face of the company, the standard bearer for an entire generation of wrestlers, the man who has to be perfect every single night because millions of people are watching, waiting for him to slip up so they can tear him down on social media. And then Cody finally speaks, and his voice cracks slightly, just enough that you know this isn't scripted corporate WWE dialogue. This feels real. He says, "Every single day, Sami. Every single day I wake up knowing that I'm not just representing myself anymore. I'm representing everyone who believed in me, everyone who chanted 'Finish your story', everyone who invested years of their lives into this journey, and some days I wonder if I'm enough." Stop. Just stop for a second and think about what we just witnessed. The top champion in WWE, the golden boy, the man who should be overconfident and untouchable according to every wrestling trope we've ever seen, just admitted that he feels the crushing pressure of his position. That's not heel work. That's not setting up a turn. That's vulnerability, that's humanity, that's the kind of storytelling that reminds us these aren't just characters, they are people. Comment below, when was the last time you saw a WWE champion show this much vulnerability? I'm struggling to remember anything this genuine in years. Sami's response is what broke me, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. He puts his hand on Cody's shoulder and says, "You know what I see when I look at you? I see a man who refused to let the business break him. You left WWE, became the biggest star on the independent scene, built entire promotions from the ground up, and then came back and finished the story that everyone said was impossible. You didn't just win the championship, Cody. You reminded all of us, everyone in that locker room, everyone watching at home, that if you believe in yourself and you're willing to put in the work, dreams don't have expiration dates." And then, and this is the part that has social media absolutely exploding right now, Sami says, "Whatever happens out there, whatever the bloodline throws at us, whatever Solo Psycho and his new crew have planned, you're not alone anymore. You've got someone who understands what it's like to fight against impossible odds. You've got me." The camera holds on both of them for another few seconds, and you can see Cody processing these words. His jaw tightens. His eyes water slightly, and then he extends his hand to Sami, not for a handshake, but pulling him into a genuine embrace, not the performative, "we're doing this for the cameras" hug. This is two brothers in the trenches acknowledging that they are in this war together. Now here's where things get interesting, and why you need to watch this video until the very end, because I'm about to drop some insider information that's going to blow your mind. According to sources backstage, and you know I always protect my sources, this segment was not in the original script. That's right. This heartfelt, emotional, perfect moment of storytelling was largely improvised by Cody and Sami themselves. Apparently, Triple H gave them a basic outline, have a conversation backstage, establish that you're on the same page heading into Survivor Series. That's it. Everything else, the vulnerability, the specific dialogue, the emotion, that all came from two master storytellers who understand their characters better than any writer in that corporate boardroom ever could. Drop a comment, should WWE give more freedom to veteran wrestlers like Cody and Sami to improvise their segments, or do you prefer the tightly scripted approach? But let's talk about why this moment matters beyond just the surface level emotion. WWE has been desperate to recapture the magic of the Bloodline storyline ever since Roman Reigns took his hiatus. They've tried with Solo Psycho taking over. They've tried with the new members. But something's been missing, that emotional core that made the Bloodline's original run so compelling. What made the Bloodline special wasn't just the dominance or the titles or the main event matches. It was the family dynamic. It was the tension between Roman and G. It was Sami Zayn's integration into the group and eventual betrayal. It was real human emotion driving the storyline forward, not just big monster heel beats everyone up. And now, whether intentionally or accidentally, WWE has stumbled into something that could be just as compelling on the babyface side. Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn aren't just two good guys teaming up. They are two men who've walked parallel paths to the top of this industry. Both spent years being told they weren't enough. Both left WWE to prove everyone wrong. Both came back vindicated. Both captured their WrestleMania moments against impossible odds. This isn't just a tag team. This is a brotherhood forged through shared struggle, mutual respect, and the understanding that they are fighting the same fight against the same forces that tried to hold them back their entire careers. Here's my bold prediction, and you can screenshot this and come back to mock me if I'm wrong. Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn are going to be the team that finally dethrones whatever iteration of the Bloodline WWE is pushing right now. Not at Survivor Series, that's too soon, but at WrestleMania 41? Imagine Cody and Sami standing tall in the main event, titles raised, having conquered the faction that defined an entire era of WWE programming. Last question for maximum engagement: what should Cody and Sami's tag team name be? Drop your suggestions below, the most creative one gets pinned. But here's the terrifying possibility that's keeping me up at night, and why I said at the beginning of this video that WWE is probably going to find a way to ruin this perfect moment. This company has a terrible track record with organic, fan-favorite storylines. They see something the audience loves, and they immediately overcomplicate it, add unnecessary drama, or worst of all, they kill it with a betrayal that serves no purpose except shock value. Can you imagine the absolute nuclear heat if WWE has Sami turn on Cody? Or worse, what if they have Cody turn on Sami? After this moment? After this display of genuine brotherhood and vulnerability? It would be character assassination of the highest order. It would be WWE telling us, once again, that they don't trust good storytelling, that they don't believe in letting happy moments exist without immediately poisoning them. Please, WWE, please don't screw this up. Let us have this. Let us have two babyfaces who support each other, who lift each other up, who show the next generation that you don't have to stab your friends in the back to succeed in this business. Let this be the counter-narrative to the Bloodline's toxicity. What we witnessed 3 minutes ago on SmackDown was more than just a backstage segment. It was a reminder that wrestling at its core is about human connection. It's about characters we believe in going through struggles we can relate to. Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn just delivered that in spades, and I for one am here for wherever this story goes, as long as WWE doesn't WWE it up. Smash that like button if this moment hit you in the feels, destroy that subscribe button for more Wrestling Zone 1 content, and tell me